why is it important for people to hear your story? And why do you think that it's important for you that you can share it?
It's important for me to people to know it because I had a struggle, and everybody in life has a struggle, but everybody's story is different. Mine is kind of different because I ran away from home when I was 11 years old, and I started being in my addiction when I was out there and hanging around with my friends, and I started just hanging around the streets. And so I feel that how I'm being sober now, it will help the next person. But to tell you the truth, everybody that follows me, the B-side show, everybody, it helps me be clean because to be clean and to be happy, that's what I want in my life, is to be with my family. And that's
and I think it's important, like, even to just talk about, like, addiction and you being clean, and congratulations for that, because I know that's a struggle for a lot of people. And it doesn't even have to be, we're all addicted to lots of things. It could be social media, it could be technology, it could be drugs, it could be whatever.
Or to the wrong person.
And a lot of people right now are doing the New Year's resolution, the dry January, right? What are some tips that you can give people that you now that you've gone through, like, detoxing and now being, clean and living a good life? Like, what are some tips for people that are trying to kick something?
Tip for them is to have faith in yourself and have knowledge that you can do it and that you can succeed in life, and you will. It doesn't matter what it is. If you're rapping, if with your family, if you're doing a business, whatever it is, you can succeed in it. And the way I succeeded is with my family and them supporting me so much and helping me out. And what really helped me, I just got tired of being in the streets and just running around because I wanted to go see my nieces, with my family, go to soccer games with them, because I see other families like that, and I see other families doing outings. And so if I could do it, and I've been in my addiction since I've been 11 years old, and so I'm 51 now, and so you know what, I've been being so long in that addiction and getting high, anybody could stop, but it's all in your heart and your soul, and give thanks to God every day. That's what I do, because that's what gets me going, and it helps me out, is to be with my family. And so that's what really helps me out. And working, it doesn't matter what kind of job you're doing, hey, as long as you're doing something. When you had a hustle, when you're in your addiction, whatever it is, you can do that hustle and just keep on working and striving hard and working hard for it, because that what makes me be alive and have knowledge in my heart and my mind, because I'm clean and sober now.
Yeah. Question for you, Theo. What kept you motivated to keep going like that every day, though? Because I know it is a struggle.
Yeah.
Because me personally, like, I quit drinking, but then I started drinking again, like once in a while, like have a drink or two, but not like how I did before. And I was like all bellowed to the point where I'm like, eesh, I don't even remember what happened, because you can't have that, because that's being irresponsible. But honestly, what kept you like going every day? It was like, what motivated you, in other words?
To be alive.
Well, to keep going without the to stay clean.
Oh, to stay clean?
Yeah.
Is working, finding a job, and keep on pushing, going forward, and to being happy, and to do the things with my nephew. You know, he's the one that got me started on it, and
MC Life.
Yeah, MC Life, and so and the things. But what made me keep me pushing is that I wanted to work and to be with my family, and I thank God for that every day, because I died 3 times, and so that was an opportunity for me.
3 times.
Yeah, the first time I got my lung punctured, I got shot 5 times. And I'm still alive, and then I almost drowned at the beach. The lifeguard had to come and save me. That was fun.
Wow, great story,
Man. Was the beach thing recent, or was
that was like 2000?
Like, it's so
You were
crazy.
thinking that Pamela Anderson was going to take you or something?
Yeah, to come and jump in.
Oh my God. So we're gonna have to probably get into all of these stories, but I think it's important to understand, like, for people to understand, like, we all have fucked up lives in some way, some shape or form. I think that you had a very difficult life, and it started at a very young age. I think like 10, roughly.
Yeah, when I ran away from home.
Okay, so I think that people have tough lives, right? But to start that early is crazy. I think for me, what I want to understand is like that journey, right? So when you were 10, and I think from what I understand is you decided to leave home, right?
Yeah.
Because you just wanted to.
I choose to do that on my own.
You wanted to live
I had a
life.
good family, I had a good mom and dad, but I just choose because I just wanted to run out there and just do be out there and run around and just
No,
hang around with them.
Which is crazy because I can't even remember what I was doing at 10 years old that would make me want to think I could do it by myself. Like, there's nothing in my mind that I could remember to say, like, shit, I can live on my own at 10. But for you to have that mindset, like,
Probably the neighborhood,
Yeah.
environment.
yeah,
Because honestly,
I didn't grow up in a great like neighborhood. I mean, I did have good parents, but I didn't live on the best block or anything. But I don't know that at 10 years old I had it like in my mind to say that I could make it on my own. What were you thinking at that time? That I know that you wanted to go out and do you, but what like gave you that determination to walk out and say, I'm gonna go make it happen on my own?
I didn't care. I just looked at it, and then I had friends out there too. So what we did, we just go to abandoned houses, go stay in there, and go run around. And so just do what we had to do and to survive. And so we just depended on each other, and the homies, and to make it out there. And so they're like my other family out there, and that's what helped me out. And that's what I learned. So what I learned from them, I took it in heart and remember where I came from and how I survived in the world. And so for me, getting high, doing everything, I tell you the truth, when being so young and getting high, I didn't care about nothing.
Did the drugs really start at that age as
Yeah.
well, like at
Yeah.
10?
Yeah.
Like that to me is also
Yeah.
incredible. And a testament that you're still here, which is incredible as well. So at 10 years old, you were already making adult decisions,
Yeah.
basically. You
Yeah,
were
getting
raising
high.
yourself and you were taking on these things, right?
Yeah.
You start to become older. What are some of the things that continue to keep you in that mindset and in that lifestyle? And then what was the changing point that brought you to the point where you're like, I need to make a decision or make a change?
We came into that point, I just wanted to get high. I just wanted to be high all the time and just run around with the homies and just run around with them and just have fun. That's how I looked at it.
Exactly, have fun.
Yeah, so
And when you're
yeah.
young, you just don't care. You're just trying to have like the next thrill.
And that's right, like what he says, it's true. Once you, for me, that was addiction. Running around with the homies, going to house parties with them, and they took care of me. But sometimes they just right, some me need to calm down. But I choose to just run around and just go out there and go in that abandoned house and just post right there. And so,
I mean, it sounds like it'd be a great movie. Like not to be funny or anything like that. It's just that there's so much to unpack in your life, and I just, for me, it's incredible to think about you having to teach yourself how to grow up in really a shitty world, right? And then you making your way through. So we know that you had to battle addiction, and you were also in and out of foster care. Is that correct?
no, only one time.
Okay, so you were there once, and you decided that.
I split.
Then they couldn't find you to put you back in, right?
Hey, did they push you like with other people, or were you like?
Yeah, with the other foster parents. But
What
I
year?
left.
How old were you at this
I
time?
think I was like, at the time, I think I was like 15.
Wow.
Okay, so you were old enough to already recognize what was going on and everything.
Yeah.
Like that.
Is it you left because again you just wanted to do your own thing, or was that even like the foster family that they put you in? Was that a challenge that you said, you know what, I'm not dealing with this?
Yeah, I'm not dealing with it. They tried to put me with some foster people, and I was like, I'm cool with that. And so I left. That's not my family, and so I just.
I was gonna say, because you said you had a good relationship with your parents, or at least that they, that they raised you well, that they treated you right. So like trying to get new parents are like, what the fuck is this, right?
Yeah.
Like I have good parents.
My mom and dad, they worked all their life. My dad and my mom, that's all they did, especially my dad. My dad made sure that we had everything. We had everything, me and my sisters. But I just choose this to bounce and just to leave because I want to experience the world. And
See, so necessarily, it doesn't mean like if you don't have your father in your life or you don't have a parent in your life, it doesn't matter. He had both,
Yeah.
and he just did not give a fuck.
Yeah, so
Like
I
this
left.
is it. Sometimes you just don't care, and it's just depending on the person. But yeah, decisions that you make,
Yeah.
crazy, man.
You know? But I'm grateful I'm alive today, and all the choices
Amen.
I made on my own. I don't blame my family. I don't blame nobody because Clemente did everything on his own. I made those choices. I made those choices to leave. They brought me back to the house, and I take off or I run away from the house. And so I had a good family, but I just choose to just take off because I made that choice.
Gotcha. And I know you just mentioned yourself in the third person. You said Clemente. So for folks that don't know, right? Your real name or your government name is Clemente. Do you prefer still people to call you Clemente, or do you, at this point, you're like, I'm Theo?
Yeah, they call me Theo or Clemente, so it doesn't really bother me. And so I'm just happy if I'm grateful when people see me. I'm still not used to that. Like I still go to the stores or I'm at the gym and they're like, hey, what's up, Theo? And so we'll start taking pictures. And so it's cool. And so, and I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for all my fans and everybody. Because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. And so it's a trip because when they write me and they tell me that they're going through an addiction and they're clean now and sober and I inspire them and I show them, it makes me feel good because if I'm doing what I'm gotta do, I'm helping the next person. I'm helping them out. They tell me about their problems and I try to give them the best right advice to do it and to help them out too. So it's awesome.
That's awesome. I think that sometimes, like growing up, right, and even as an adult, right, it's hard to take people's advice.
Yeah.
I think it's easier to accept people's advice when it comes from people that you can relate to and that have been down the path, which is what you're doing. At what point did you decide that your story was no longer going to be your history, but it was going to be the lesson for somebody else? When is it that you decided, like, you know what, I need to share this so that people can make different decisions with their life?
Oh, when I was in Moreno Valley, because I was in a Christian home over there, and the pastor passed away, rest in peace. I just heard recently, and so I was out there in Romaland. And so when I was out there, he asked me if I could go to Moreno Valley police station. That tripped me out.
You're like, excuse me?
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah. And so I was like, well, that's cool. I said, what's it about? He said, we're going to go there. We're going to talk to the youth. And so that was awesome. And so that triggered me. So I went in there. There's a lot of kids in there. And I told them being in the streets and hanging around, it's not the place to be. Some of the kids listened, but a lot of them didn't. But, at least I was there. At least I had an open mind and I opened my hand to them and let them know that, hey, being out there in the streets, it's a rough life. You're still young. So that's where I got started. So, like having a broadcast, I really appreciate everybody because I could, at least, I'm telling my story. Hopefully it helps somebody out. Yeah. And so that's what's awesome. It's a blessing for somebody else to listen to me because I listen to them too. I don't turn nobody around, or I try to give them the best advice I can. If they don't take it, if they do, that's awesome. At least I opened my heart to them and gave them a little piece of my mind and told them where my heart's at.
Absolutely.
And I won't turn my back on them because being in the streets and being so young, that's being with the older homies and learning how to have respect and to see and to watch things is the trip. And so that's how I just learned it. And it's crazy for me being out there so young. I went through it. I ate through out of trash cans. I slept in dog houses when I was 10 years old. And that was a trip. Yeah, so and so I pulled the dog to the side, jumped over my friend's yard. I tried to get warm.
I think it's move, bitch, get out the way. Sorry. I just had to start putting song lyrics here.
I'm trying to keep warm.
I think it's fun. I mean, it's all fun and games.
All fun and games now when you really think about it.
No, I mean, like, it's all fun and games now,
10 years old to go through that, man, like, that's why it's like, it's crazy that you never know, like, okay, we can see you right here, yeah, you're smiling, everything. Nobody really knows what you really go through. And it's like, or what people around you go through. And it's like, a lot of people hide that. And just know that there is hope for a lot of kids and a lot of people, youth and everything. And my cousin, like, she ran away when she was 13 last year. And to me, it's like, my daughter she was 14. So she's like a younger year than my daughter. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Like, for her to even want to think that. Like, both your parents are right there fighting for you and doing everything. But at the same time, it's the influence that you have with people around you. Yeah. So it's like, it's just depending on that too. Yeah. So you can't, like, always just blame parents because at, 10 years old, he was already, like, thinking for himself.
Yeah, you made your own
So
decisions.
it's like, you were making your own decisions and, yeah, you just thought, let me be my own person. Which, you got to give that up to you because you awoken yourself to a whole different realm where other kids are still being kids playing with toys. And just like, oh, you know what? Oh, he likes me, she likes me, blah, 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 this and that. You're just like, let me be me. let me be my own person, like enjoying life, and that's what life is about too. Because it's like life is too damn short. Enjoy what you gotta do, and yeah, give it up to you, bro. Seriously.
Yeah.
Because it's like when I saw your story like before, like, and then I started scrolling and everything, and I'm like, wait, that voice sounds familiar. Then I see fucking I see life on there, and I'm like, oh, Dio? All right, no.
Yeah.
And, dude, you guys are entertaining, but at the same time, like, it shows like the way, like the journey that you come to and everything, and like the way like you just chill there and you're just like with the family, and you can tell that you love your family, man, and like they love you very much. Like that's what's up.
You said something really interesting right now. That when you were going and talking to the youth, right, and you're letting them know like the streets isn't really where it's at.
Yeah.
Do you think that if someone had approached you when you were coming up in the streets with that information, that would have changed your mind of what you were doing, or would you think that would have just been like, it's cool that I'm just saying I shouldn't be on the streets, but I'm gonna do my own thing anyway?
Tell you the truth, I would have been like, no.
Well, I mean, it's honest, right? Like, I know that
For
as
real.
an adult, like hindsight is 20/20. Like we always do things in life and then later look back, like, oh, I wish I would have did shit differently. Like, right now we're trying to influence youth to make better decisions, but that's an honest answer. Like you're saying right now, like shit, I don't know. If somebody gave me advice at my, that younger age, I don't know if I would have taken it. I probably would have done, anyways what I did. So that's crazy, and also it's fucking interesting. So the journey between like growing up in the streets, doing drugs, you're now doing this, speaking to youth. You're also doing these videos. You're super popular on media platforms. What's that like now? Like to know that I did all of these things, but now people are looking at what I do on social media.
Yeah.
How's that feel?
It still trips me out because I'm not used to it, but like when people approach me, like last time I jumped, somebody tapped me on my shoulders, like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" The reason I'm like that is because being and doing time is like you don't get used to people coming behind you and tapping you. Yeah, so it's just like, hey, what's going on? So it's just like, it's tripping me out. So, and so it's still kind of hard for me, but I'm dealing with it, and I'm grateful that I have fans that come and approach me, and I don't turn none of them down. Like we took a whole bunch of pictures recently with a lot of my fans, so it's cool, it's awesome because I'm grateful for them, and I do tell them I am grateful for them, and because they inspire me to keep on going forward too in my life and to be clean and sober. Because if it wasn't for my fans either, for them to give me advice and tell me to keep on going forward in my life and keep on doing what you're doing and not go back, it helps me out, and it does help me out. They do help me out.
Amen.
It's important. I think you mentioned that too. Yeah, that's great. You were talking about like the support system, right? So it's kind of like social media and the folks that follow you have become part of your support system. But let's talk about the support system that really kind of got you through like the tougher years, like towards the end, getting out. How important is it to have people around you that give you that energy to do the right things still?
That's important to me. The first one that really helped me out was my nephew MC Life, and so that's when I first got out. And so like him fulfilling me, and so when I was staying with him, it helped me out. And then to see my little nephew too, that was it. And so it inspired me, but like before that too, I was living with Angel and Jonathan and my little niece. Aaliyah, I used to go watch her do track and field, and so that inspired me too. And so I think about those memories and the things, and then my little nephew, baby Johnny, and so when he was out there too. But what I usually see Aaliyah was she'll do her track and field, and she was awesome at it. And so when I was out there in my Dixon, I would see kids, and so that brought me back. So they opened up the house for me, Jonathan and Angel, for me to come back home because they want me back home, and I see all my nephews, and it's cool. And so we'll be wrestling, and so I get kind of emotional for that because I see my other little nephew too, and everybody together, and I'm just glad that they have that life and I don't want them to ever go to that life, or any kind of kids or anybody to go through that because it's
That's right, y'all. Let them know.
Yeah,
That's
so
real shit.
That's all I
Real
got.
shit, bro.
Yeah.
Real.
Listen, right? This is some real raw shit. Like I'm grateful that you are sharing it because I know it's not difficult, and I mean,
No, it
for
is
people that
difficult,
don't know, before we even did this interview, I walked over and I asked you, like, is there stuff that you don't want to talk about? Because obviously I want to be respectful, but I really want to take this moment right now to thank you for being vulnerable and telling people your story. Because I know reliving the stuff that you lived through isn't easy, but you're doing it right now in front of people who need to hear this.
Got me 3 times.
So I want to, right?
Bro, I died once. I got stabbed more than 12 times, and then I died.
I've seen cats that die after one little run over, and there's
Yeah.
ones that have 9. But fuck, I think you might have more. So
You're here for a reason, bro. Like,
absolutely.
I think God, we thank God that you're here today, and like, the viewers like straight up appreciate it. People here appreciate you and your story straight up, man.
It's inspiring. If you haven't thought about writing a book about your life, I would say you do it because I would read it. And I think
There
that
it
there's
is.
a lot of people that would read your story
I'll
and
buy
say,
one.
like,
Like,
shit, like, I don't have it that bad. I need to get my shit together. You know what I'm saying? But what I want to say is thank you. Thank you for taking this opportunity to talk to people because it is impactful and it is important and you do matter and your life is important. And I think that people need to hear it.
Thank you, and I appreciate that.
No, of
Yeah.
course.
That's just deal.
We just got all kinds of very
Yeah,
deep and
2026 was
difficult.
bad.
Yeah.
For real.
Good start to a year.
And everybody's got a deal like him.
Yeah.
Straight up.
And some
And if you
people
don't,
should wish
it's
that
because
they
you haven't
had a
met
deal
him.
like this. No, for reals. Before we kind of wrap this piece up, I want to talk about you've got merch right now. You're doing stuff right now. Tell folks what you've got in the pipeline and what it is that you're doing that we need to know about.
What I'm doing right now, I got a job, so I started working.
Yay!
Yeah!
Employment is key. Fuck yeah.
So I work out there in the Goodwill in Riverside, so I'm happy about that.
And the IE.
Yup. So I'm out there, and so I'm glad that I'm back. And that what I'm doing is then we started doing tumblers.
Dad, you never left, bro.
Oh yeah, I did some tumblers, so it says real cracking or brush your teeth. It's a tumbler with Theo on them if anybody's interested.
Yeah.
And where can they get that at?
It's in Riverside at my brother-in-law Jonathan's house.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the one that does the tumblers. He does all
Tell them
kinds
hit the
of.
Instagram.
Oh, my bad,
Hit the
Instagram.
Okay, so
Yeah.
make sure you hit up his Instagram.
What is it? What's Instagram?
You gonna pull up the electric commercial?
Yeah.
Oh, at Theo?
At Theo Helmet Head. IE.
Helmet Head, that's right.
At Theo Helmet Head.
At Theo Helmet Head,
So make sure you
Got
go
you.
onto his Instagram.
At Theo Head Helmet. At Theo Helmet Head,
We've got merch for
IE.
you to pick up too. And you know, this is a music show, so what is Theo listening to?
Yes,
these
I
days?
know.
I just do everything, so whatever.
Besides your nephew.
Yeah, besides that.
I know he does.
MC Live. Big shout out to MC Live.
Yeah, so tell you the truth, I really like Tupac, Eminem, Bone Thugs, and
Okay.
Some classics.
So I like all the old school music. Oh, some country,
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Now that's a shocker. Out of all the things I heard today, and I've heard a lot. Fucking country.
What's some Garth Brooks?
Hey, Hans, put some Garth Brooks in the mix, because apparently that's what Theo likes, so we gotta make sure we hook him up with that.
And the Beachside Show, I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate everybody, and God bless everybody's family. And it's awesome, to be here and be alive, and to be right here, and so all the kids in the world just keep on doing and be with your family, because that's what counts. So whatever struggles you have in your life, pull somebody to the side and talk to them, because they will help you out. We all need somebody.
For real,
Make sure do a little prayer or whatever you believe in, and just concentrate on that, and you'll make it. If Theo can make it, anybody can make it.
Yeah.
You heard it here. If Theo can make it, you can all make it. Make sure you check out his Instagram. That is Theo Helmet Head IE on Instagram. Do you have a TikTok or anything else? Or is it all tied together? It's all the same. So on all social media platforms, and you can check out info to see what he's up to in the videos that he's posting. They're going viral, so make sure you check those out.
You got on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's where I found him.
Make sure you look him up on YouTube, and then you said you had some mugs, right, on there?
Yeah.
Or
Cups, yes, cups.
Cups, okay.
Yeah.
Listen, get some merch, why not? And congratulations on starting your new job,
Oh, thank you.
For real,
2026.
congrats.
Yeah.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
I think that you really are an inspiration, and I think that you are going to do a lot of things and offer a lot of hope for others. So thank you so much for joining us today.
And I really appreciate
Super happy
that.
to be here.
So thank you to everybody on B-Side Show.
Alright, guys, we're gonna head into some more music or videos, right? And we'll be right.
Video.
Oh, video? Awesome. Shay's got it locked and ready to go. So thank you. We'll be right back. B-Side Show.
Act like you know.